All
now.
right, we are here. Welcome, everybody.
What up? What up?
Excuse me.
What's
Welcome
up?
to the. Excuse me. Got a little something in the throat there. I'm a little choked up. Welcome to
You
the
sure
watch
it's not
party.
coronavirus?
Roll the clip.
Something's wrong.
She's been cursed. Christina will help Dave. For me. You can't trust her.
Every step to my ascension has been meticulously planned out.
Can you remove it?
On one condition.
Promise me you won't hurt my sister.
It's gonna make it right. I have no idea what you're walking into.
Welcome to the watch party on the Hit List Network. I'm your boy, as Kiwi.
And I'm Lydia.
I'm Brian St. John.
I'm your girl, Lorena.
Oh boy, I am thrown. I am in shock. I'm everything. Let's. Ooh, how y'all doing? First of all, happy Sunday. What's going
Happy
on?
Sunday.
Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday. How y'all doing? How was y'all week? Good to see y'all faces in the box.
Yeah. Busy week for me.
Yeah. What's going on? How was it? How was it busy for you?
Because I run the after school program, so I'm dealing with all the daily and weekly changes in the school system. So it's just been really busy trying to keep up with that and the latest and whatever the DOE is, approving or not approving. So it's been a busy week, but still good.
Nice. Now, how y'all doing? L.
Good.
Bell and B. St. John.
Busy week too. With same thing like Lydia work-wise. So, but happy for the weekend. But the weekend's over, so got to get ready to get back to it.
How's the dog been? What's his name again, or her name?
She's Izzy. She's sleeping right now.
Izzy.
I gotta walk her immediately after this show because technically I'm late on her walk tonight. So
Izzy, where'd you get that name from?
The person who I got the dog from already named her, so I like the name, so I just kept the name.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and Miss L. Bell, who's giving us hair and face. All right, we see you.
I'm giving you my Lucille. That's what y'all said. My Lucille ball.
Okay.
Okay, Ricky. Giving you my Lucy tonight. I'm good. It's a busy week. I mean, we're less than 30 days from the presidential election, and my organization works to make sure that everyone has access and has the right to participate in our democracy and our, civic engagement process. And so it's been really busy. Just my old employee, the Congressional Black Caucus Foundation, for the first time in their history, they always have a Phoenix Awards dinner where they award, awards to different, dignitaries. And tonight is the first ever virtual, was aired on BET. Taraji P. Henson.
Look at that there.
Oh,
Okay.
wow, I missed it.
Yeah,
I gotta get the rerun.
I caught a little bit of it. I was like, wait, what's this? And I saw Phoenix Awards, and I was like, oh, wow.
Yeah, so I
Nice.
recorded it. I couldn't watch it because, getting ready for tonight. But I'm sure BET will replay it. But this is the first time ever in the history of
I gotta
the
look it up.
conference and it's actually, it makes it a little bit more accessible to everyone. People who,
Right.
wouldn't necessarily come down here to DC for the conference. But it was tonight. And so I just want to give my, my former colleagues from the Congressional Black Caucus Foundation a shout out for putting on their virtual award show tonight. The beat don't stop. It's still, still
Nice.
rocking
Yeah, that's
out.
dope. Yeah.
Nice. Does your organization have any plans for election night? What are you guys doing?
We're not sure yet. We want to have some virtual stuff, but election night obviously is November 3rd. That's one day, but it's gonna take it's not gonna be over. There's not gonna
we're
be
not gonna have the results that night.
yeah, we're not gonna have the results that night. Somebody may say they're the winner, the other guy. But you know, with all the mail-in ballots, it will take some time for all of that to be counted. And that's, you know, probably take at least a week or so. So we will not have a clear winner that night. But I'm excited nonetheless. I got my ballot. I'm ready. I'm ready participating on democracy because that's what it's all about.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, let's get into it, y'all. Let's get into this award-winning show. Tibby, kick it off.
Oh, I was like, what award did it win already?
Mine.
Yeah, we're gonna claim all the awards.
We claiming it.
Yeah, for real.
Go ahead, kick it off.
So this is episode 9. It's titled Rewind 1921. With Hippolyta at the helm, Letty, Tick, and Montrose travel back to 1921 Tulsa in an effort to save Dee. So that's their Dee is the Hippolyta's daughter is the
Diana.
focus. Yes, Diana is the focus of this episode because last episode she was put under a curse by that police officer, the chief or whatever. So they're trying to undo the curse or something to save her life.
Okay. When 2021 comes, if this freaking show is not sweeping every freaking award show, I'm going to start protesting.
You said that about so many shows.
We got, okay. Well, then hear it again tonight. Close your ears for this.
Add it on the list.
Mute this section because I'm going to say it again. This episode here was nothing but award-winning dialogue. I'm sitting there like, and the Oscar goes to, and the Emmy goes to, brought me to tears. I was in Tulsa in 1921.
Yeah,
I was experiencing it.
Yeah,
it took me back to when I literally ran there 2-3 years ago and didn't even know the history. We relived it.
Yeah,
I felt the fire.
Yeah,
this was powerful. The conversations, the revelations.
Mm-hmm.
Where are we getting this on television?
Nowhere.
This is brilliant. Oh my gosh. Brilliant. Just like I'm sitting there like I have to rewatch it 2 more times. 2 more times because this episode was simply brilliant. Brilliant.
It was.
Okay. Watch party. We're going to be jumping all over. We're not going to go in chronological order and say about this and then this happened and that happened. No. We're going to talk about the moments that got each and every one of us. I want to start with Lydia. You shaking your head. How do you feel? What's going on? This was a finale to me. This was the finale. I don't care about what's happening next week.
Oh, yeah. That's why. And while I was watching it, I was like, wait, there's one more episode? Because this was the end all be all. You know, this show, if nothing else, you literally go through an emotional roller coaster.
I'm still tearing.
The emotions that each and every character feels and what they go through, the conflict in the relationships, you feel it between Montrose and Atticus. How deep was that? Like, you felt it. We all have had family deep down secrets come up and you're like, wait a minute, what? You never told. Like, I felt it. And their drama once again started unfolding. Tick is pissed off at Montrose now, just to the point where he's like, I don't even want to have anything. I don't want to look at you. And Montrose is still dealing with the fact that he has hid who he was all his life, on top of now trying to hold together his relationship with his possible son. I mean, It was so much. It really was. So when they had, when Hippolyta, they're at that machine about to go through the portal, and she says to them, listen here, all that y'all been dealing with, y'all need to leave that here. And I was like, y'all need to leave it here, but they couldn't. They go in the portal, and then that scene with Montrose where he's about to stop his younger self. Well, he's about to stop his younger self's love interest, Thomas, from getting shot. And so that's when Montrose and Atticus have this deep conversation. Oh my God, it was powerful. I'll let everybody else get.
Yeah, I mean, for me, their scenes were the best scenes for me because it was deep. I just feel like when he said that I made so many sacrifices, I made so many sacrifices for you. It said a lot, because once his story is revealed of the sacrifices he actually did make, he hid himself from when he was a kid. He had somebody who he loved when he was a kid. Now that we saw that when in his younger self, but they couldn't, of course, express themselves the way they wanted to. Just everything that he's gone through. The reason we now know the reasons why he used to beat Atticus as a child, more so than we did last week when we kind of figured that, he was just beating him to get out his own frustrations. But it was deeper than that. It's just, he was battling with a lot of things. He gave up a lot of things. He had somebody that he loved that he also saw got shot in front of him and murdered in front of him, his first love. It was deep, and just to see the exchange between the father and son, and just, I think Atticus found a newfound respect for his father from that whole conversation, and from also visualizing what happened to him as a youth. That to me that's my takeaway of the deepest part tonight of the show.
Maureen, how you feeling?
For me, we had that episode with Hippolyta, right? It was all about Hippolyta. For me, this episode, even though they went back in time to help Dee, this was all about Montrose's story. And a lot of it is wrapped up in, and we already know this about, generational trauma and pain, and how that stuff is passed on from generation to generation. And when Montrose came upon himself outside in the yard, and hearing the words, because we had heard it before he saw the scene, but picking a switch, the same words that he said to Tick, right? His father said to him. And it was because he was expressing a side of himself that his father wanted him to bury, his feminine side, his real self. And I felt the pain when Montrose and Tick and Letty were standing there watching younger Montrose get beat down. And older Montrose is trying to narrate it in a way that changes what the story is, right? He's like, oh, I tried on the jacket, and, and I tried on the flower. But when we get a closer look, he had put the flower in his hair.
Mm-hmm.
That's why the father was pissed. And for me, it was just, I could see Tick softening a little bit, because he understood when he looked at his father, the trauma his father went through. And it doesn't make it right that his father inflicted that trauma on him, but his father didn't know how to love. He didn't know how to be a dad, because his dad did not show him that. He didn't even show it to George, really.
Right.
I mean, He was basically like a drunk. And so I just, for me, this whole episode, although it was wrapped in the history of Tulsa in 1921, It was the story of Montrose and his trauma, and how he came to be the older Montrose. And I found it to be really powerful, especially, as, Black people, we carry in trauma on trauma on trauma, and it comes out in different ways. And I just I loved it.
And that's the views of a lot of old Black men. about homosexuality with their children. You know, so they want to beat it out of them. They don't want their child to be that way. You know what I'm saying? So, and even today, a lot of men are still like that in our community. It's sad, but that's the way it is. I think we're starting to get out of that for a lot of people, but the older ones, it's deep rooted in them. That's how they were raised.
Yeah. I was just gonna say a shout out to two of my peeps that's typing in, Joseph and lovely Shauna. Those two of my peeps.
Give us some of their comments. What are they saying?
So Joseph is saying he was saying facts. Music score was on point. Shauna was saying the alcohol usage connection of Montrose and his dad, along with the PTSD, were powerful moments. And then Joseph says, so my question was, everything that happened with them jumping to the past, was that like supposed to happen? He understand Tick saving Montrose, but what about the book?
See, that's the tricky part of it, you know, because we saw that glimpse where Montrose was remembering that that somebody came and saved them, and then they revealed it was Atticus, it was Tick. Mm-hmm. So now you get the thing where you're like, wait a minute. And it starts to question the whole parallel worlds, intertwining time periods, like, you know what I'm saying? So then you start to question that. So, you know, that is a good question. Was that supposed to happen? Was it supposed to happen? You know, it's a great question.
I think a little confused. I'm sorry, Sid.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, go.
I was just a little confused when Atticus hit the baseball bat, and Montrose said that you are the, what did he say? You're the special person or somebody that was supposed to show up in the scene, something like that. I can't remember what. Stranger, yeah. That confused me a little bit.
Yeah, you know what? It to Joseph's point, it's kind of like it's all fitting the way it's supposed to, because when the bat was, because he was like saying something's wrong. Like he was like, there's a stranger comes and he says, I got, you know, basically like, I got you, kid. And Tick remembers the words. And then he's like, well, no one came to save them yet. Like something's wrong. And then Tick looks down and the bat is there. So he was the person that was supposed to save, you know, his mom and his uncle and his dad. So all of this is coming full circle. It was all supposed to happen, because otherwise they probably would be dead.
What you think, Sid?
You can't, it's showing the theory of you can't change the past. It is what it is. And so in them going back thinking they're doing something, it's already been written. And so everything is already playing out. So that's what we're coming to see now. But can you imagine going back in time and observing yourself in a the most traumatic time of your life and existence, and being a bystander and watching it play out
and not being able to change it?
The minute Montrose went or was standing at the threshold of the portal, I felt everything. It's like he's been so tormented by everything. And it's like I'm willingly going back to the beginning of my trauma to relive it. You don't understand. Right. I have to drink. I have to take this alcohol.
Right.
Yes.
It's like you don't understand where I came from. Right. And you're asking me to go back there. You have no concept of that. You seeing me from your perspective that I'm just a drunk and a terrible father and a closeted homosexual. That's all you see.
Right. Which is why it was so poignant that Tick saw it for himself, because you can see him, so as Marina said, softening. I'm telling you, everyone has a story. You never, ever know what someone's experiences have been that make them who they are or make them react to what. So Tick seeing that now, he's like, oh, and he softens because he's like, oh my God, look at what my dad went through. That's why he is the way he is. Oh my God. Oh my God.
And you know what, Sid? I did not make the connection with him needing, and Joseph said that's why he took that moonshine to the head.
Yeah.
And
I did not
Joseph is Sydney, SYD.
You mean, oh no, that's Shauna.
Oh, Shauna.
Listen,
Sid.
All right, Sid.
All right, Sid. But you know, I did not, to be honest, until you said it, make the connection with Montrose needing something to help cope with the fact that he's going back. That he drove that whole thing when he got out of the car.
And that's moonshine.
Moonshine. That's like diesel fuel. Like,
That's diesel. Oof.
That's why Joseph said he took it to the head. That's why I literally, to be honest, I was like, I didn't make the connection when he was standing at the portal and you could hear the words of his father in his head. I didn't make the connection until he was there because he was standing there and Hippolyta like, get your ass on now. I got these things in my arm. Get your ass on.
Okay. Can we talk about how gangster Hippolyta came back? Can we dive into it? Can we talk about Hippolyta? It's like, I lived 100 and something years. I've got all this knowledge. Step aside. Move.
Yo, you know what was
That's
playing
why I was
in my
confused
head?
at.
When
What do you
she
mean?
did all of that, what was playing in my head was I'm every woman. Because I was like, she's about to rock this whole thing.
Was they was talking, and next thing you know, she's like, something wrong with D. Where the fuck you come from? Where
She just popped up.
She that pop up like, y'all talking about D?
Yo.
Yes.
Lovely.
She got
lovely
dropped off
Shayna.
when she came back home. That she got dropped off right there. So this is her coming back home and stepping into the drama. And so she's okay, what's popping? Okay, you gonna go there? You gonna go there? You gonna do this? What? I'm gonna go fix it. So how you know how to fix it? It's the 1950s because I've lived 100 years past here.
Get in the fucking car.
Yeah, she's like, I done been through time realms, different realms. Get in the motherfucking car. Get in the car. You know?
Right. And it goes back to her episode where my light will no longer be dimmed.
Yes.
I am Hippolyta.
Michelle Cortez. Yes, the power of a mom to the 500 millionth power. Yes. You're absolutely right.
It was like the time machine broke it. She said, I fixed that in about 3-4 hours. Huh? All I need to do is something. The motherboard. Get to the future. Get your ass in this car.
Get your ass in the car. I don't get
goddamn car.
She was very matter of fact, like this what's gonna happen, this what each of y'all gonna do, or what. They stood there like, but
Mama knows.
Hippolyta was not that woman before.
No. They look, each of these characters have to go through these transformations because in order to play their part in this craziness right now. The one thing another thing I want to bring up. Okay, Christina, I'm sitting here like, okay. What's her point? Because she collecting all the favors and they're just like doing their thing. That's gonna.
I think next week is what we're gonna find out about.
My perception of Christina has changed.
Okay.
I'm rocking with Christina. Christina hasn't lied from day one. She's been straightforward. She doesn't beat around the bush. She's been 100%. She's like, I'm not getting wrapped up in emotion. This is my mission. And whether you align with it or not, this is who I am. This is the program. And I'm like, at the end of the day, I can't be mad.
Oh, no.
I can't be mad at her. And where it's like, you can't trust her. You can't. she laid out who she is
Right.
Right.
from
No,
day one.
I'm not mad at her at all because she's transparent. She's like, listen, my goal, I'm keeping my eyes on my prize. I don't know about y'all, but I'm talking about the rest of them. They're looking at right in front of them. We got
emotional
names. Oh, we got to get this. She's like, listen, y'all could do all of that. I'll help you where I can, but my goal is my goal and I'm going to reach it either way. Oh, I can't be mad at her. That's how we all should be. You got to look at the bigger picture. So that's why I'm saying the characters transforming like this, I hope that they get to that point where they start to see, oh, wait a minute, this is a bigger thing. You know what I'm saying? Where they get to maybe Christina's level of thinking. Because right now she's really, she's transparent, but she's using them.
And she did not lie. She never lied to Ruby. Ruby was like, what's your plan? She's like, you gonna kill Atticus? Let me tell you something, Ruby. It's been laid out from the get-go what I want.
Yeah, but you got to remember, Christina's been planning this for a long
time.
Yes,
a long time.
She was like, Atticus was coming towards me from before. It's all been set into motion, and so she was like, Ruby was like, as long as you don't hurt my sister, I ain't gonna hurt your sister. We good.
Right.
Because everybody else been lying. Because Ruby was like, y'all been, Atticus ain't told you the truth, Letty. You ain't telling him the truth. Montrose lying. Everybody
They're
got
all lying.
Except Christina. She's been transparent. She's like, I want to be immortal.
Period.
And I need all of Atticus's blood. All of it.
Period.
I don't need a drop. I said I need it all.
I need all. So if you can figure out another way for me to get the blood and you keep him alive, it's on you.
It's on you.
But Atticus, I need you willingly to participate.
Right.
You said yes, then let's go.
And you see, Christina was sure not to give Atticus the invulnerability.
Yeah, because it wouldn't work.
It wouldn't work.
It needs him to die.
Right.
He gave it to Letty. I'm like,
right. No. Christina is she knows what she has to do. She hasn't strayed from that. You know, Tick, Letty, even Ruby, Montrose. Naturally, they're all caught up in their traumas, their emotions, the family dynamics, everything.
Yeah,
they're not seeing way ahead. They're not seeing any of that. And Christina is playing that.
Yeah.
She's playing into
but
it.
you know what? When Christina went to the sheriff's office to get her little coin, her little voodoo thing that she had Ruby put in the desk, and he was there, like looking like what Frankenstein.
No, but Brian,
that was one of my favorite scenes tonight.
Right, but remember when they first showed the cop and he was like, we were saying like, no, that's a black woman. Yeah. Because we were like,
every time he gets hurt or something, he replaces the parts.
Right. But even before, like we were saying, I was like, no, that's a black body that he got sewn on or something like that. And not even the full torso. One arm was still white, and the other arm was black.
And I think that's what
he's just collecting bodies.
We saw earlier in episodes when there was a man in the closet, he probably was spare parts.
Oh yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Keeping him alive.
And
also, sorry, Lorena, and also confirmed the woman that's in Christina's basement, the white woman, is from her dad's. Yes.
Yeah. We saw how she got. Right. I didn't realize that one hit that Letty hit her. Later up.
Christina scooped her up and put her in the basement. Good.
She's like, I could use you.
Like, damn, Letty.
I could use you, girl.
No, Letty's gangster. Letty knows how to hotwire cars and all this other kind of stuff.
Wait, so did
First of all, can we talk about Letty?
Did Ruby kill her? Did she turn the valve and like let her die?
Yes.
Yeah.
They said, okay, so she's not gonna use her anymore.
Because she said, I always wanted to be a redhead. She ain't gonna use her no more.
We need another body. Brian, what was you going to say?
Yeah, Brian, what you want?
Letty in these outfits, she's got Vans on or Converse or whatever in 1921.
No. Even better yet. In 1950, did they exist in the 50s? Those sneakers?
No.
Can someone,
said.
Joseph or somebody in the comments or Michelle
Gotcha.
do a Google search to see when them sneakers were created? Because
I'm
they came from 1955 or 54.
Right. Unless she was wearing were kids around that time
In the 50s?
In the 50s?
I don't know.
Converse was made as a basketball shoe in the 1920s. So yes.
There you go. There you go. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait a minute. When the white man at the corner started shooting and she started running with them sneakers on, she was like, I was like, go, Letty, go. She was
Okay. Let's break down Letty and the great grandmother scene. How great was that?
Wow.
I'm sounding like Oprah.
I just realized Joseph said that Letty's a track star. I
Yeah.
forgot that. That's why she's running so fast.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I forgot that, to be honest.
Neil says
Oh my God, Neil's back.
PF Flyers. PF, is that a brand of sneakers, Neil? PF Flyers? What's
Neil's
that?
always cryptic. We always got to decipher what he's talking about.
But
Anyway, but the
He's late to the party
Letty and the great great grandmother.
yeah.
That was so powerful. When
Yeah.
when she walked in the home and she appeared on screen, I said, okay, elders always got that sixth sense.
They do.
No matter what, they always.
know everything.
It's like, okay,
Well, she
She
had
just
the wrong
told you.
sneakers on.
no, but she told you I'm from the future. Like they already just understand. They've lived life in
Yeah.
it. They've seen so many things, and it's like,
Okay.
okay. It's like, okay, you know my birthmark. You know my great grandson. Okay,
I mean, the way she explained it, it kind of
it's
hard not to believe.
Brian. It's the 1920s.
I wouldn't have believed
What are you
it.
talking about?
No.
Like, what you start?
I
I'm
would
saying
have.
you're
You start
crazy.
explaining things about
Well,
me.
but that's a family
You're a witch.
that has magic, though. They got a book of
Right.
names. So, yes, I would have
Right.
believed it. Yes.
Yes. They had the book of names. She already has experienced all those supernatural things. Like you
Yeah.
said, elders already experienced that stuff. So it's not like, what? You crazy girl. She's
Right.
like, oh, okay, hold on one second. Let me get you the book because I know you're
Yeah,
going to
she was
need
just
it.
told not to read it, but she knew
Yeah.
what that book was about. Yeah.
Yeah, she knew. But that whole the scene with her and Letty, because okay, so you know what it reminded me of? It reminded me of Jesus. There was a moment when Jesus knew he was gonna have to go through being crucified, and he was vulnerable where he was like, Father, if you can let this cup pass. That's what I thought of with the grandmother, because she was like, take me, can you take me with you or take us? And she caught herself and said, hold on one second, got the book and was like, just pray with me. I'm ready. I said, oh my God.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I don't know if I'm ready. I don't know if I'm trying to get burnt up.
Well, you're not ready. You're not ready.
Right.
Yeah.
But she
Play a
took her
part.
and she was like, okay.
She
And
said,
that
I'm ready.
fire consumed. I was just like,
And we all
my
play.
God.
Yes,
We all play a part.
We
Yeah.
do.
We
You
all
gotta-
play a part.
Yes. Oh my God, that was so powerful, Sid. It was so powerful.
And then were you screaming? Were you screaming at Letty like, run? Why are you walking through the street? I'm like, run the
But she's
portal.
Because she knows nothing could happen to her.
No, it wasn't about anything happening to her. It's the timing of the portal. You
But
need to
you know
hurry.
Yeah.
But you know
Yeah.
what, though? I felt as if when she was walking slowly and Montrose was watching her walk, it was as if it was explaining to Montrose why she needed to be the one to have the invulnerability spell. You know what I'm saying? Because all of that was going on around her, She was the only one of them who could have gotten the book and not died.
Yeah.
And because
Yeah.
you know, Tick and Montrose weren't there, and you could see Montrose watching her go through and come through all of that. In my head, though, I was like, "Girl, get them Converse and start running." But I understood it because because he was pissed at her. He was like, you causing my son.
Yeah, but she was selfish. Yeah.
Right.
Right.
And it showed that you all play a part.
All play a part. All play a part.
And we have to understand that about each other. Everyone has a story, everyone has experience, and we all play a part. We all.
Oh my God! I just had a moment. All my movies in my head are cutting in. So another movie I just watched just sliced into this one, and I was about to say, and that's why at the end when the little boy comes. When the little boy comes and explains the story, but I'm like, that's another movie. Okay, I had that aside. I just saw another movie called Emperor, a slave movie called Emperor on Netflix. It was really good.
Lovely Shauna said the scene that you mentioned with Letty and the grandmother, that caused her tears to cry.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely a powerful moment. Yeah. And then, okay, so let's bring it on home. They come through the portal. Everyone makes it safe, and we see Letty, Hippolyta's transformation,
right,
into the blue hair. What do we think is the significance of that?
Because she's reaching her highest, right? She's reaching her highest levels right now. So you got to show, okay, how is she changed? How is she different? Boom, the hair, same thing. I'm gonna go back to the spiritual thing.
Go.
When Moses went up on the mountain to go talk to God to get the tablet, when he came down, his hair was all gray, different color. Same thing, transformation. So that's why I was like, oh my God, no, not that. I'm telling you, the blue hair. What? Oh, woo, powerful.
Yeah. And I think it was blue just to tie in with the sci-fi of it and astronomy instead of just doing natural white.
Yeah.
You know, I think that they made it more significant with who she is and said, okay, let's give her color. Let's give her blue.
You know, Shauna just brought up a good point. She said, does Diana have the power as well, since she foresaw her mother in that image way before it happened?
Yeah, plus Neil also said she became the hero her daughter sees as her.
Yeah.
See her as.
Yeah.
I didn't draw that connection, but now I got to go back to I feel like I got to go back a few episodes to connect once it's done.
No, I said it from the very start. I said, once we finish this season,
you got to go back.
You got to go back and look at it as a whole.
Yeah.
Instead of pieces.
Right.
Then it's going to come, we're going to get hit harder with the meaning of this whole thing.
Right.
Has the show been renewed for season 2?
I have no idea. I haven't heard.
They better.
Because it's going to be an uprising.
I don't know. I haven't heard.
I was wondering because they normally announce it earlier next week.
Joseph says yes.
Okay, good. Okay.
Wow. Okay, Lovecraft. Let's give our thoughts on the rating. Lorena.
5.
Brian.
4.6.
Yeah, cam him down. Lydia.
Don't cam me down. That's my rating. Thank you.
That's right.
I don't know how it gets better than Lydia.
That's his rating.
5 for me. 5 for me. 5 for me. I don't know how it gets any better.
How does it get any better?
That is your opinion.
That's his rating.
Don't be the rating.
Always room for growth.
Hilarious. So, all of our watch party co-hosts, put your ratings in the comment box too. We want to see.
Oh yeah.
And let us know what you think of Brian's rating.
1 to 5. 1 to 5. 1 is the lowest. 5 is the highest. Okay.
Don't worry about my rating.
Come on, Sharon.
Hey, Sharon.
Come on, Sharon.
Sharon.
What you think? What you think of Brian's rating, Sharon?
This is not the Brian show.
It's not.
Keep it moving.
It's not.
Sharon with
No,
the
it's not.
5. Michelle with the 5, 5, 5, 5.
It's 5 all around. 5, 5, 5.
Woo!
Yeah, good for everybody. 4.6.
Bananas.
Neil said
Neil.
4.7. Thank you, Neil.
Please.
That's your family.
Right, that's your family.
Very
Whatever.
related.
Whatever.
Family thinks alike.
mhm.
I guess.